This week, manscaping,
Mysterious growths.
and the geopolitical implications of a flaming chainsaw.
This is the front page. Welcome to the front page, the show where we talk about all the fun stories from the website reddit.com. I'm Samantha Garcia, and my fabulous guest this week is...
Amanda Cohen.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks for joining me on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
How often do you read Reddit?
Do I regret what?
No, how often do you read Reddit?
Oh, I thought you said, how often do you regret it? I'm like, every time,
How often do you
all the
regret
time.
coming on this show?
I regret it immediately. No, I read Reddit infrequently.
Yes?
I will admit, I do not read a lot of Reddit because I'm more of a Facebook, Twitter kind of gal.
Yeah, I can dig that.
I'm more into the more interactive aspect of it.
I see.
Yeah.
I
That
see.
said, I have been the discussion of stories on Reddit.
What?
I've been accused of faking a video, which I created a viral video a few years ago.
What? How
I
did I not know
did.
this?
I don't know how you know. I guess you never asked me. Hey, Amanda, did you ever create a viral video? And now would you like to know what it was?
Yes.
If you Google it, you will find it. It's still out there. Even though when we put it on YouTube, it was only there for about a day, and then they took it down because it was improper content.
Ooh.
Google Chicago sex minivan.
I don't know if I want to Google that.
I think you do. There's a couple sitting in the front seat driving on 290 inbound. She's sitting on his lap facing him, and he's driving, and we got about a minute of video.
What?
Yeah, we went viral. We went international. We got calls from all over the world. People off. We actually made money. We had people bought rights for it to show it on shows.
Wow.
So that was the most time I ever spent on Reddit, was looking at the comments for that video where everyone's saying, so fake, you can tell because of this and this. I'm like, and of course I have the balls to say, no, it's real, I was the girl. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But
Okay.
that's the extent of my Reddit experience.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to risk it and find this video. 'Cause
Oh, you
now
will.
So, in the meantime, we're gonna tackle some equally silly topics, I think, today.
Bring it.
This is crushing deep freezed stuff with hydraulic press. This is a deep freezed rubber ball, and then it's oddly satisfying.
I
when
love the oddly satisfying ones,
Yeah.
like the little metal shearing and okay, here it comes.
It's coming very slowly. Look! Chapow!
Okay, wait, that was a balloon?
No, it was a ball.
It was a
rubber
ball?
that
It just
had been-
explodes?
That had been deep freezed.
Oh, in liquid nitrogen?
Yes.
Oh, a rubber band ball.
This
I got to
is
see
rubber
how
band
this
ball.
goes
This
down.
one I find very
okay.
disturbing.
Okay.
This is
Why
like-
does it look like worms?
Just because this is not how things are supposed to happen. This is not how rubber bands are supposed to react to things.
Oh, that's just wrong.
It seems very gruesome.
Oh,
gruesome.
it's the recoil that's very disturbing. Yes, I agree.
Yes, there's some other. I'm just gonna let this play here.
Okay, that's,
as we continue to talk. Have you seen this hydraulic?
I
press
have not
stuff
seen
before?
that one. No, but
Which ones have you watched?
I've seen this is like frozen plastic basically, you know. But I have seen rubber band balls like cut in half with a knife.
Yeah.
And they look alive. They like it's just all these
Nope.
Very
This
cool.
one is a video game controller.
What? Why would they do
This
that to a
one's-
perfectly
Maybe it's not a perfectly good video game controller.
That's true,
though.
maybe it's
it was
a bad
already
one. Oh,
broken.
God,
I
oh, God,
assumed
oh,
it was
God.
already broken.
Oh.
And they froze it, and then they crushed it.
Now, couldn't they have just crushed it without freezing it?
I think so. I'm sure they could. They have a variety of videos. They have a whole channel on YouTube that is just them crushing stuff. This one happens to be themed with frozen things.
So, is
But they
this like
crush a lot of
a
things.
plant where after hours these guys just hang out and go, no, boss, we'll lock up. You just leave us here, and then they do that, or
It's like from the audio, which we are not listening to. It's like one guy and one lady who are just like, and now this thing, and now this thing.
well,
"Ah!"
I hope they're a couple. I really do. I hope they're together and that this bonds them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I don't remember what this one is. People have to go find the video, watch it themselves.
Is that? It looks like a couple of hockey
seeing
pucks.
things.
We'll see what happens when it breaks.
And then it's, of course, frozen.
And it's frozen.
And then
I think hockey pucks. I think it's hockey pucks.
I would agree with that.
So they have two angles on each crushing.
Mm-hmm. And then slow
Slow mo.
motion
Well, you gotta
crushing,
have slow mo. I mean,
right?
once you're getting into crushing, you gotta have
gotta.
slow mo. Yeah.
It's really outstanding.
That's
There's another
really
one that
odd.
I really like that I'm sort of going to keep, but we're sticking with it.
Oh no,
With it.
Bambi!
Tiny plastic figurine.
No, not. This actually reminds me of that cartoon, Bambi Meets Godzilla. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, God. Oh, Bambi.
That was
no.
a little less satisfying because he just kind of like flies off to the
I
side
know,
instead of
but-
actually being crushed.
There's one little piece
It's
left.
really great.
Okay.
This one is my favorite.
Well, is
This
that
my
clay?
favorite. I think this is one they use at every one, I think.
Oh.
I don't think that one.
Oh.
But isn't that weird?
Wait a minute.
And
Wait,
so
did
this
it,
one is frozen.
but the way it climbs up the end of the
Yeah, like
foot
why
of the
would it
thing.
do that?
I
Why
don't
is that a
know.
thing?
Does
Why
does
is
this
that
one
an
do it
action?
too?
I don't think so.
Oh
Spoiler
my god! Oh my
alert,
god!
I
Oh my
don't
god! Oh
think
my
so.
god! Oh my god! Oh yeah, he's frozen, so he breaks. Oh well, we all have our breaking point.
Submitted by Express Admin to the subreddit Funny with the title of Solid Life Advice from the Local Museum. Boop, boop, boop. There we go.
Okay.
Solid Life Advice from the Local Museum. What's inside? So I guess this is one of those exhibits where you reach in and like feel around.
I
at
never
the kid
ever
museums.
do that ever.
You've never seen these things?
No, I've seen it. I would never stick
but-
my hand in a mystery hole.
Well, see, then that's why this advice is sound, because it says outside of the museum, never put your hand into a hole that you can't see into.
I didn't even see that. I'm like trying to read over your shoulder, like, what does that say? Your monitor's all the way. Oh, it says don't do exactly what I'm saying not to do. That is good life advice.
exactly
Never
correct.
stick your hand
Yeah,
into a hole.
that you can't see into. I think it's funny because I remember seeing
makes
these kinds of
sense.
exhibits at children's museums when I was a child and being like, yeah, I want to get in there and see what it is. But I would never do that like out in the real world. I don't think it would have occurred to me even as a child.
I've never seen that in a museum, but I have seen it in low-grade haunted houses.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do haunted
It's like,
houses,
it's
so-
a haunted house, stick your hand in the box. And it's like peeled grapes.
Yes.
It's eyeballs. Ooh,
or
it's,
like spaghetti noodles.
it's brains.
Yeah.
It's always those two things. I don't know what else they ever use. But again,
else could
that's
they
a
use?
mysterious hole I'm not sticking my hand into.
Yeah.
And sorry, that's not for my hands. But I think that is very
for
good
me.
advice. Don't stick your hand in holes. In fact, when you're scuba diving, that's a very big rule.
Oh yeah.
Don't stick your hand in hole. Well,
Oh,
sometimes
no.
you're like, oh, I wonder what's in this hole. Well, it could be a thing that eats your hand.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a little song about it.
Really?
Yeah. When they're warning you about eels, because eels live in holes. And there's one variation of, stick your hand in a crack and you won't get it back. That's amore. That's an old one. It's an old one. I'm not taking credit for that one. But generally good advice, don't stick your hand in things. Who doesn't know that?
Enough people that a jingle needed to be created.
I guess so, yeah.
Scuba
Yeah.
diving is dangerous.
No, it's so fun.
Fun and dangerous.
If I ever like blank out and I'm kind of staring into space, I'm thinking about scuba diving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your happy place right there. What's happening?
I'm sorry. Yes, we were going on? Yes.
That's bad.
Okay.
Submitted by Gonzo0
Cool.
to the subreddit GIFs. Ah! If I recall my history
What?
correctly, this is the final boss America had to fight in World War II. I just think it's so silly.
Okay, let's dissect this. Let's
Yes,
unpack
please.
this, I think
Yes,
is the word.
let's.
Let's unpack this. Well, first of all, we've got what is clearly intended to be Japanese filmmaking depicting a German character. And again, I'm assuming he's German because he's kind of a Nazi thing. So you have that dichotomy. Then you have a flamethrower that is it is a
Also
chainsaw.
Yep.
Now,
Flaming chainsaw. I
a
would call
flaming
it.
chainsaw. Now, is it because the chain isn't dangerous enough? They had to add fire?
Yeah.
Or is that just for distance?
If I can't get close enough to you to cut you with this chainsaw.
I mean, I think if the Nazis had really had those,
yeah.
we'd be speaking German
How
today.
different our lives would be. I just think it's amazing. I want to see
That's
the
very
moment before
disturbing.
and the moment after.
Oh, there is no moment after. After is just destruction.
But I want to see Godzilla's face when he sees this monster.
we like to say Gojira.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh God, no, I did not just. But Gogeta is also Japanese. He would not fight that creature because that creature appears to be part of the Japanese scene. Wouldn't he be on the other side?
I don't know.
Whose side is he on?
That's why I did the moment before. I have so many questions about the context of this character.
Maybe it's not even Gogeta. Maybe it's like the Power Rangers.
Yes, I really think it's more like a Voltron or a
Voltron. That's it. Yes, a Voltron. Yeah.
There's like 5.
They're all the
tigers.
allies. Each part of it is one of the allies. Yes! Like, you know, we're. I don't know the allies. We're Italy and we're America and we're.
Whoever.
Pretend I took history classes. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of brilliant. That would be a history lesson. You would see. In fact, if I'd seen this with each country of the Allies represented as a part of the Voltron, I'd probably know it today.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one.
I haven't had my mind blown yet. I'm still like, okay, these are interesting. These are good, but I want my mind blown.
Oh.
What do you got?
Okay. I think we can get there. We can get there.
Okay.
This one was submitted by Dr. Showbiz 2014.
Well, he's a doctor. He's got to know.
Doctor Who stuff. I found this subreddit just for you. And I hope you like it.
Can you see my TARDIS?
The bar is set too high. Most of the stuff on the subreddit is just like rumors about the next season. I'm like, I don't care about the rumors about the next season because it's all gonna be like, this companion's no fun. I was like, not interested in that.
As long as it's not Clara, I'm happy.
This one,
I'm over her so
this
bad.
has nothing to do with Clara.
Okay, good.
Bing, bing. So this is Glasgow's first zero-waste micro-cafe opens in a TARDIS! So this is actually shockingly less about Doctor Who and more about a tiny cafe that happens to be in a TARDIS.
Okay, first of all, it says police and not police box. It's not strictly a TARDIS. And second of all, it's obviously not really a TARDIS because it's not bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Again, let's unpack this. It's a micro cafe the size of, we'll call it a phone box, because it's not the size of a TARDIS. Mm-hmm. It's not properly a TARDIS because of things. But really zero waste? What is the zero waste part?
So this place is called Brewbox Coffee. Absolutely everything is hand-packaged in biodegradable packaging, down to the fresh coffee pods, which are then composted. They only make enough each day for just that day. They change the menu all the time. They explore new options as they go on. Their hashtag is WePlaceBigTaste.
Oh, W-E-E.
Yes.
We place big taste.
Yes. To emphasize that even though they're very small, they plan to be around for a long time. They focus on good, local, handmade food with great tasting coffee.
They obviously don't make them on site. There must be another location.
Right.
Okay,
Like
so this is more like, this is just the shop. There's a kitchen elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. It said micro cafe. I thought maybe it was all included in that little tiny. That would be neat, and you would need a TARDIS for that.
Exactly.
Also, strictly speaking, TARDIS should be all in caps. Because it's not a word unto itself. It means time and relative dimension in space.
There's a sentence in here that says Glasgow's iconic TARDIS police box is operating as the city's first zero-waste microcafe, and that this woman transformed the TARDIS. The thing that I find that I can do more research on later on my own time is that did this box previously exist, and she was just like, you know what, I'm putting a tiny cafe in there, or was she like, I have an idea for a tiny cafe, someone help me build a police box.
I suspect the TARDIS predated the cafe. I think it existed because having built some of a TARDIS, I can tell you that once you build it, it's there and you never will take it apart, and it will. And some people have built them in places they didn't intend to keep them, but then when they built it, they found out they couldn't move it. So sometimes they stand where they stand. There's a couple around Chicago, if you look hard enough, and they just stand there and nobody does anything to them because they're just there. So it could be somebody just built it and put it there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a really good question. Was the TARDIS or the TARDIS-like box? Now, have the Doctor Who people come after them and said anything?
Not according to this article.
You know why? Because it's not really a TARDIS.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really more a mini cafe in a police box.
Yeah. Now, police boxes used to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it's cute.
Do they know our history? Have we gotten into our? Well,
Which history?
Do they know?
Which history are you referring to?
Our Doctor Who history?
I don't think so.
Okay. Among other things, we saw the 50th anniversary show together in the theater.
That was so much fun.
It was so awesome. There was a dude dressed as a Cyberman, and I was in my Doctor Who outfit with my scarf. It was fun.
I got to have a specialty cocktail. I believe it was called a sonic screwdriver. All right. Well, that was our Doctor Who moment.
Very cool.
We're going to go on.
Thank you for thinking of me and finding
Yeah.
that. I appreciate that.
I was just bummed that the rest of the subreddit was just like, let's talk about how much companions suck. And I was like, let's not. I've had this conversation too many times.
Okay. No, I'm not. Okay.
Nope.
I could go there, but I'm
Nope.
not going to go there.
Okay.
Because
It's up to you.
Okay. So, somebody pointed out recently. This was another piece of. This is something I saw on Facebook. Somebody has pointed out that there's a lot of fiction, a lot of TV and movies where you've got a main character, who's a guy, and a female who's like a sidekick, but it really turns out that she's the brains behind the operation and he's an idiot, but he's the one who actually saves the day.
Yep.
So the question is, why is he the hero and why isn't she the hero? And someone else said, like, well, it's like on Doctor Who, you have the, companions. Well, they tried to make the companion the main part of Doctor Who when they started again with Rose, when they rebooted in 2003.
Yeah.
It was about Rose. Rose is the first character you meet. And I remember, and Rose was all over the opening. And they did the same thing with Amy Pond. She's all over the opening of the show. And I'm like, I'm not watching the Amy Pond show. I'm watching Doctor Who. And I get the importance of the companions to the Doctor, but they're not the thing that, there are episodes with no companion.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of episodes with no Doctor.
That's true.
You can't pull that off. It's not the companion show.
Right.
So I think Doctor Who is an example of where that doesn't apply, but I think it's also the exception that proves the rule, that all these other situations where this woman who's like really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Think of TV shows like Castle. You've got this, or Remington Steele. She's doing all the work. Why isn't she the hero?
Yeah.
He's the hero, and she does the work. Did I just date myself severely by bringing up? Yes, I did. We'll go with some more recent. Moonlighting.
Yep, that doesn't do you at all.
I'm very old. But no, my point is that these, this goes on. I need to update my references. I don't watch TV that much, so I live under a rock. I cut the cord, as we say.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't have the TV like you kids call it. I have a Roku.
We will have a whole other conversation about Roku because I'm curious as to whether or not it's a thing.
Well, the one thing you can't do is like plop down in front of the TV and go, "What's on?"
That is my favorite thing.
Well, then you don't want a Roku.
I love doing that. Is like my
Yeah,
hobby.
if you don't want to just randomly see what's on and flip through channels, if you want to do that, you don't want a Roku because that is the one thing you cannot do.
Oh, well, that will not be for me.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm glad we solved that.
Yeah. Yay.
But everyone else, if like you want access to everything all the time and not pay for cable,
Submitted by Love of Profit to the subreddit WTF.
is that with a PH or an F?
With P.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. This is called this. This was inside a tangerine. Ah!
What?
This was inside a tangerine.
Oh, no. That's just a flower.
But it's if you got a tangerine.
Oh, no, I'm
and
not
then,
saying
like,
it's yummy. I'm just identifying it. It's a flower.
I'm gonna have this delicious citrus, and then you open it up and saw that. Would you not immediately think aliens have come for me?
No, I would go, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was going to eat this. But I wouldn't, I might freak out initially, but that's like, obviously, there's a little error in the growing process, and the flower was consumed by the fruit that was intended to nourish the seeds. I don't see the problem here.
Wow. You're such a much more logical thinker than I am. Because my first thought was just,
Yeah, you should, well, when I crack an egg and there's like a little bit of red in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then I freak out. But that, I'm like, oh yeah, flower. Oh, if it wasn't such a natural looking thing, I would. Now again, I'm assuming it's a flower. If that's like hard and like a seed or something that got out of hand, then yeah, ew, gross. But I'm assuming it's squishy in a flower. I could be wrong.
So as long as it's squishy, okay.
Maybe
But
that's
if it's
not.
crunchy, not okay.
Well, I'm not gonna bite it.
Right. But you would touch it. You'd prod at that and be like,
Oh, I totally, yes, with my actual finger. I'd go
Yes.
like boop boop. I'd be like the astronauts in Prometheus.
those jerks.
Those jerks who are like, hey, what are you, random alien in the
That
oil
scene made me
poke?
so
Yeah.
mad.
Oh, yeah, it's the dumbest
Let
thing
me
ever.
remove all of my safety equipment.
Yeah, it's like,
and I
hey,
just wanna
how's the
catch you
air?
in the face.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Dumbest science fiction.
Oh.
And I have a friend who like says it's one of the greatest. I'm like, really? And his response was, try harder. It's like, I shouldn't have to try to have a movie make sense.
Wait, we're supposed to try
We're
harder?
supposed to try harder, not the movie. We're supposed to try harder.
What?
Yeah.
I disagree with your friend.
I completely disagree. And I told him, I said, no, I mean, I get if you're talking about some grand theme that it approaches, but there's some reality in it that is simply avoided in this Okay. So they drop a head, right? the android head, they drop it on the floor, right? Yep. And then this horseshoe-shaped ship, flies up in the air, falls, rolls, and we won't even get into running straight away from a rolling thing. You run, not even avoiding that. The whole thing like rolls and I guess like falls over like a coin, like ding, 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 just boom. And she goes in and finds the head right where they left it.
Yep.
No, just no. That disgusts me more than that. That's it. That kind of, this can be explained.
Yes.
Like I can look at this and go, this could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not completely, it's not like there's like a Matchbox toy in there or something. If there was like a car or a wedding ring, like, oh, that's funny. Somebody must have lost it.
That would be the worst engagement ever. If it was just like, hey, honey, do you want to have this tangerine? Oh my God, yeah! You know, like.
That'd be cute. Maybe she's really into oranges or they work for Tropicana or something. But no, my point is, this has a logical explanation, I'm sure.
Prometheus does not.
Nothing in Prometheus has a logical explanation. Nothing.
Well, that was the point I was trying to get at the whole time. I'm glad that worked out.
Oh, yeah. What I want to do is, like, I want to touch it, basically. I need to touch it to see what it is. But
that's when it takes over your body.
Ah! This is how the pod people start.
I don't think it's not a pod. It's an orange.
You're right.
I mean, it clearly could have a mouth. I'll give you that.
This is where like Little Shop of Horror starts. Right here. This is Audrey
Don't make
3.
me sing.
Oh.
Don't make me sing.
You already sang once.
It's one of my favorite musicals in the whole world. Little shop of horrors, bop, bop. You'll never stop the terror, call it out. Little shop of horrors, oh, 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 oh. Okay, thank you.
That was great. We've got one more story to go.
Only one? I just
think
got
this
here.
is gonna blow your mind. I'm worried I'm not gonna have a mind-blowing moment. But
Okay. I'm
do
setting
our
my mind.
best.
I'm getting ready
It's all
for
we
my
can
mind
do.
to be blown.
That's okay, and it's okay if it's not. It's okay if it's
Clearing my visual palette.
not. This one
Okay.
was submitted by Koopa Crency.
Kimbish?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
To the subreddit Pics. Again, we're doing a picture. This titled, in 2011, my cousin ran the Boston Marathon barefoot and dressed as a caveman. He'll be doing it again today because the Boston Marathon just happened. And this is his picture from 2011 when he completed the marathon, which I think is awesome. So yeah, I'm just throwing this in there because Boston Marathon just happened. Everyone who ran that, I hope you had a great time.
Do you have a tighter shot? Closer?
Can we get closer to the
closer
man's
shot?
body? Nope.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He ran the whole marathon barefooted?
That's
I mean,
what it
I've heard
says.
of people doing that, but
Yeah. I've seen people dressed in this little amount of clothing run marathons, but they always had shoes
that doesn't
on.
even bother me. Yeah, the near nakedity doesn't bother me that much. It's
Barefoot.
running without the shoes. I mean, it's Boston. There's gonna be stuff in the street. I guess
Yeah.
they clean it or something. They sweep the streets, but
It can be done. I mean, people have written books about it and stuff.
it's the loincloth that I really can't take my eyes off of. Did that flap in the wind? Is he wearing anything under it?
I wonder if he had to train in that outfit.
I would like to point something out here. This is something important that I think we should address. This is a trend that started many years ago. I'm going to assume that this guy isn't normally that hairless. Yes, he has the face and the beard and all that. I am going to assume that everything else from the neck down has been shaved or in
Manscaped?
that's beyond manscaping. That's man desolation. I know bikers sometimes shave their legs and swimmers, but
What if he is a triathlete? Maybe he did shave for other events, but not this one. And just,
okay, that's fine. There
Kept
are
it going.
perfectly good reasons for people to shave. However, I must say, aesthetically, ew. That's all. Ew. I'm not a fan of shaved chest. That's all. Now, if you're naturally bare, I can put up with that. But if you
Allow
had
it.
perfectly good hair and you got rid of it for some reason, I just don't think
Especially
that's right.
if that head of hair is all natural.
Well,
and
that's
that
just
is
it.
his
He's
actual
obviously
hair.
a hairy dude. He's clearly experiencing hair somewhere. I mean, again,
Yeah.
dying to know what's under the loincloth, although I suspect nothing. I mean, other than the,
Right.
yes.
That would also be a clean-shaven area.
And again, I don't like that. That is, again, if you're into that, you do you. But my personal preference, I would just like to state that for any guy who's on the fence about it, just don't.
Yeah.
And also, because, I mean, it looks great that day. But then you get chest stubble, and that is never a good look and never a good feel, I might add. It just... So I just want to use this caveman as an object lesson. Guys, just don't. This is a PSA. The more you know, don't do it. Yeah. Star. I mean, I do love that he's clearly committed and he's like, and he found the camera, apparently,
Yes.
which is very impressive that he could see wherever the camera was. So yeah, he's very good.
Yep.
He got the theatrics down, but I would love to see him with some hair, that's all. I mean, I don't picture, cavemen were not that far evolved. If anything, they had more hair than men generally do now. That's what, when you said caveman, I was like, oh?
No, so maybe it should be in 2011, my cousin ran the Boston Marathon barefoot while wearing a loincloth is really what
And
you
some
say.
fake bones.
Yeah. Yep.
What if he'd gotten a lower number? Would that have been enough to cover him?
I don't think
If it was
so.
just like 12?
I don't think...
He's lucky he got a 4-digit number. He might not have been completely
the
covered.
are always the same size, regardless of the numbers.
You're ruining my joke. It occurs to me, this is 5 years ago. He might have grown out his chest hair. There may be a better
Ooh.
photo of him.
Yes.
Well, I got some Googling to do.
Come to the end.
That was amazing.
That's a thing that we did.
I can't say my mind was completely blown,
That's fair. That's fair.
but definitely a breeze wafted through. Good breeze wafted through my brain. And I
I'll take it.
appreciate that. A nice,
take it.
fresh breeze. I can always count on you, Sam, for a nice, clean breeze through my head.
I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before.
You're welcome.
That's very nice. It's very nice of you to say. Hey, everybody at home. If you enjoyed the show, and I hope that you did, you can follow us on the Facebook. You can subscribe to us here on the YouTube. You can like us on the Twitter. You can like us on the Instagram. Yeah, those are the places that you can find us, and I hope that you will follow us. Again, my name is Samantha Garcia. This is my guest,
Amanda Cohen.
and thanks for watching.